Hi guys. Now I can see chat. Sorry, it wouldn't let me cheese chat in YouTube. I don't know why. So we'll try this again. And I met my new doctor. She's really, really nice. Really nice. And the only medication I didn't get was the one she said they might not cover. And I guess they didn't. And I'm not surprised. It even got where insurance wouldn't cover it. And I got one bottle of it left, so I will just like every other day it or something. Well, maybe people can find me here. Someone found me on the other one, but I couldn't see any chat. I just didn't know if they weren't chatting or if I just couldn't see it. I have to keep working with that one. Ooh. Hey, Aiden, go get your sister for me. My sister? Yeah, your sister. Okay. Sissy. Yeah, my nana. Thank you. Can you do me a favor and shut that light off? Because it's right in there. Thank you. You're doing live stream? Yeah, I'm doing live stream. Hello. I'm doing live stream. I'm hoping tomorrow we're supposed to have halfway decent tomorrow that we can walk up the hill and kind of go check the fence line and let them run. In a little bit, I'm gonna make them some grilled cheese for lunch. I might put something in the crock pot for dinner. Make some kind of chicken and something. Chicken and something. Chicken and something sounds good. And sorry, I was going here like every day, and then I got sick, and I'm just now getting back into doing something with it. I even had a fever, and I never have fever. I've had pneumonia and didn't have fever. And then I got the tetanus shot and the shingles shot, and that put me down for a few days because my arm hurt so bad. Waking me up in my sleep. And I think I've done one live and one recording. I've got to do my Melody and Pink post review so that I can get her framed and put where she's supposed to be. And with her, I'm just doing her on a stretch canvas, and I already showed how to do that frame. So, not doing that one on camera. What you doing, Ashley? I went and babysat. Oh, Wednesday, as my daughter had to take my granddaughter down for an MRI. Oh, excuse me. And so, one I took to school, and the other one just got to stay home with me because his school's on the other side of town, and I don't have a clue. And so we just opted to take the one that I could get to. And her town's building roundabouts like like they're candy, that's Skittles, just like they're Skittles. And so they had their road off, and they had just opened it that morning. There's more roundabouts in that town than there are stoplights. It's like they used to have them just a few here and there, and they were in areas where, wasn't worried about going. And then all of a sudden, it was like they were everywhere. They were everywhere. And it was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, my big one, I can only do that so many days, and then I have to give my poor brain a rest. Since it's a blank canvas, it's like, yeah, I have to give my poor brain a little rest. You have to really pay attention to what you're doing, and what you're paying, where you're putting, and yeah. If I do another one, I'm not doing one that big, that's for sure. Well, I got three. I got a cat, and then I got the bubble cats. They're like playing with bubbles around. Hi, Jenny Rose. I don't blame you. I didn't really like it. There was a couple I thought about, but I was like, no, I don't really have money, so it's like, yeah, no. That's Alexis. She worked on her painting a little bit and then bombed out.
My allergies.
Do I need to get you an allergy pill? Okay.
It's fine right now.
Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of saving up for Uniclears when they drop all the J walls. Because when they drop all the J walls, I want to get another Uberon and Titania without it being cropped.
I want to see the whip and shake.
Hi, Diamond Queen. You're on a strict no buy. Yeah, you're in my world.
You want to shh. You can.
Yeah, I've been using. I'm gonna see if I can use some of my spares because I have got three boxes, totally smushed full of spares. I think I'm gonna split it up to boxes of round and boxes of blue dot. Boxes of rounds and. You see my scissors? Well, there they are. Boxes of rounds and squares and split them up. Yep, bills have to come first. But I'm thinking my long-term disability kicks in today. So they should start activating that, and then I'll get a check here soon, I hope. Because my savings has gone kaputty. And you can only beg and borrow from your dad so long. Oh, when disability finally gets around to activating mine with the back pay, I'll have to pay him back. And it's only 50, like probably 50% done now. Ramen and tuna on toast. That's a good one. But I've actually made tuna casserole here recently. And my dad was saying how he really liked that and wished he paid attention when mom made it so he could make it for himself. So I had him over and I made it, and I said, well, here's the instructions. This is how you make it. And now, whether or not he remembers, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Yeah, see, I filed in November, and when I checked, they said it was 43% of the way done. So I figure a few more months, and that's the one I'm waiting on is the SSDI. But until then, I did pay for long-term disability, and they said as long as I was paying for it when I went out, then I'm covered. So that's good. So I'm covered under it until the other one kicks in. I mean, I'm only like 5.5 years before I could retire. I mean, retire naturally. I wish I was lucky and got auto. Yeah, right now all I get is my portion of my excess retirement that I'm entitled to, which is not very much at all. It's like $275 a month, so it's not enough to cover my bills. But I have learned how to cut down and spend less and do it that way. And I'm hoping since they haven't denied me yet. Wow. So they haven't denied me yet. So I'm hoping that means that they're going to approve it. Now, you were lucky. The only thing where I got lucky is I had worked so much before that my retirement is pretty high. And since you go back to your full retirement, that's what I would end up getting. Because even with the long-term disability, they only pay you 40% of what their check was. But I don't really care right now. I just want the denials come quick, good. Because I've been filed since November 26th, and it says it's 43% processed, and I haven't got a denial yet. So it's just taking them forever. Yeah, the long term is what I'll be on until it finally activates because I had it. But I'm to the point when you're only getting $275 a month that I don't care what I get as long as I get something. It's like I'll just take anything. Anything, anywhere that I can get it. But I did learn to go back to living on less. So I guess it was mild adjustment because when I was working at one place, I was making $40 an hour, but I never had a life because I was on call every other week for a solid week, which meant I had to live in town. And then when I was not living in town, I was home, but it was a 45-minute drive each way. And I only had four weekend days off a month. And so it was like really no life at all. And so I ended up leaving that job after I got injured because I was working 60 hours a week and went to another one, but it was a big pay cut because it went from $40 an hour to $25 an hour. And they said I maxed out. And so And then once I leave, then I went to like none. Yeah, that's where yours is kind of rough because then your mouth's so low. So it was just had to cut back my spending because I wasn't making the $40 an hour anymore. Then I went down to nothing because I was just living on savings. Yeah, I think out of the 35 years work history, I think the first 3 years were nothing because I was a stay-at-home mom. Ash, Aiden, turn that down or go get your headphones.
I'm having that
Oh, well, why didn't you bring them?
home.
Okay, we'll turn it down. Wow, that's that's rough. Yeah, right now, if I it's just utilities and credit card payments, and of course, insurance. Insurance is crazy right now. That sounds like my second husband. That man was crazy. I mean, when we were dating, he was like the most amazing person. And then after we were married, it was like he didn't want me working. He didn't want me talking to anyone. He didn't want me answering the phone. He didn't, and I worked, and I was like, well, how am I supposed to work and do my job? And he was like, well, I'm like, I'm not going to quit. I was working when I met you, still going to work. And it was awful, awful. And so I cut my hair one day, and he come in and he said, "You're never gonna mind." And I said, "No, I'm not." And he said, "Well, then I want a divorce." And I was like, "Fine." I was thinking if I'd known all I had to do is cut my hair. But until it was like 3 months after we married, man, just it was like a switch flipped in his brain. He was jealous of my mom. He was jealous of my kids. Now, anytime they try to lock you down like that, it's not. There's something wrong. Definitely not a safe thing. And the bad thing is they were raised to think that's good and normal. And us women, like mine would call all the time. You think, oh, he's so sweet. He's checking on me. No, no. Yep, that's how it be. I had cheaters. I didn't have beaters because I think they were too scared to try that. My stepdad was one and my dad was one. And so I told him, I said, if you ever hit me, you might die in your sleep. So don't try it. And I guess I said it with enough gumption that they were like, yeah, no. But they would use a lot of mental tactics. So now, if I even start to think of dating someone and I even think of it's a pink flag, I'm gone. They don't have to be red anymore. Pink. And it's like, you're gone. Yep. That's it. They can't stand for you to be at the store and they're like calling you nine. What are you doing? Grocery shopping. You can't be grocery shopping all this time. And yeah, I am. You send them and they're like, well, I'm grocery shopping. Right. Oh, I got that. My God, I will rape you. Had one that sat there and harassed my work where they put a restraining order on him. And I had put my second one through cop school. So he was like, well, I'll stash something in your car. I'm going to pull you over. I was like, yeah. I actually, yeah, my mom kept telling me to leave all the time too. She really did. But I told her, I said, he's got that kind of personality that he'll stalk me to the end of the earth if I leave him. He's going to have to want to leave me. Went and got a haircut one day, and that's all it took. I was like, dang, if that's all it takes, I should have got a haircut a long time ago. But yeah, it's like, I just don't, it's not worth it to put your safety. Oh, good Lord. I am so sorry, Jenny. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I am so sorry. It's so wrong. I remember my son-in-law kind of does some of that stuff. When we went to me and my daughter went to a concert, and we're trying to get out of the concert parking lot. He rang probably 5 different times while we were there. What are you doing? Where you at? And she's like, waiting to get out of the parking lot. It can't take that long. And we went and saw Metallica, and I took him, and he's trying to get out of that parking lot. And I said, oh, so see, it takes a while to get out of the damn parking lot, doesn't it? He just kind of gave me this go after yourself look because I had no qualms. It's like, I'll tell you like a thing. Of course, I found out that if you tell people what you think, you're just rude or autistic. So I guess I'm rude and autistic. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the last one I divorced him and well, he was in jail because he was shooting at people. He was shooting above the car and below, in front of the car. Hi, Diamond Nana. Good to see you. And so it's just like, oh, you crazy fool. And I knew that my son-in-law would never let my wife and his kids around me anymore. So it was like him or the kids. Well, I hate to tell you this, but the kids and grandkids win. They're a given. They win all the time. I saw your unboxing this morning, Jenny Rose. That was a pretty photo. That was a pretty canvas. Oh my God. And if they say that, they probably will. Your best bet would be to take police with you. Oh, I just saw the one that went up this morning. Saw that one that went up this morning. I didn't even stay up and watch Ruby last night. I went to bed. I finally got my sleeping medicine back. I haven't had sleeping medicine for like 2.5 weeks. It's been rough. It has been rough. I'm one of them people that unless I take a sleeping pill, I don't sleep for days. Yeah, because I've had a few people I know that that's how they've had to go get their stuff. Yeah, the one with the dragon. He is so cute. Little bud, little bees. I'm like you, bees are great as long as they're outside and preferably not near me because I don't like them. I think I finally just crashed because I haven't really slept good for like the last 2.5 weeks because I ran out 2.5 weeks ago and I wasn't going to go pay full price for them and was waiting to see the new doctor so she could put them in. Yeah, I have a carry license. I just didn't carry because the only place I went was to work and I wasn't going to leave it in the car because then if someone breaks in, you know, ooh, that sounds good. But I wasn't going to carry and have to leave it in the car because if someone broke in the car, then they'd get my gun. I actually, because what I've been using to try to make myself sleep makes me sleep forever and have like the hangover effect where like feel like a dragon. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. I mean, me with my military training, I'm not going to draw unless I have to. And if I do draw, then you better just expect to be hitting the ground. Right now, I let my big dog out the front as a deterrent till a little creepy kid gets the idea he doesn't know when my dog's out. The other day, he was just going into my dad's house in the middle of the night, turning the light on. And my brother told him he called the police and he said, I'm just letting you know, you need to go talk to him because if that happens again, he could get shot. He said, because I will shoot him. But that kid just walks in, middle of the night, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, flipped on my dad's bedroom light, something about a snake. Could he go get it? And then when my dad said there are no snakes, it's winter time, he turned off the light and went to pillaging in the kitchen. And my dad thought he'd left, and he hadn't. He's in there pillaging in the kitchen. So he went in there and said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm getting me some coffee and making some food." And he said, "No, you're not. You're getting out of my house." Taking that pea shooter. I got 2 of them. Then I have a 9mm Glock and a 247. Because I used to hunt. Now I don't. My brother hunts enough for both of us, and usually he gives me 1 deer.
The reason it says it's 11.
When that one says 11. I haven't moved mine yet. Because I gotta wait till Uncle Bobby comes out. I used to have a 45. Someone stole it from me. And after that, I just went for a 9mm. You go to the classes.
I'm free.
You're free.
You're free for the blanket.
Oh,
They're making me make these.
no, he was wrapped up like a burrito. But in this state, you find out all your laws that aren't really well known because it's police officers that teach the thing. So it was like I did not know that. So I wrote down the laws and the codes and the acts, and that way I'd have them. And then I never went and got it because the one I had doesn't expire till next year. Yeah, I can see that. But they find a way. They find a way. Oh. I gotta do my post review, and I've gotta do my unboxing of Gypsy Violet and get it ready for April 1st. Yeah, usually they get them from a friend or from someone who knows someone that's got a gun they're wanting to get rid of and buy them that way. And in a way, that's a good thing because you want to have general people having guns because if anything ever goes down, then you're at least you can protect yourself. Yep. Now, the one guarantee, Tate, if you get a medical marijuana license, it says you can use, you can't get a gun license. That right there throws you out of the running. But depression, anxiety, those won't. Because just about everybody in the world has it in some form or another. So unless you've done time, that'll run you out of getting a license. Um, you got a medical marijuana permit, that'll run you out of having a license. PTSD won't, bipolar will. I think it depends on what the PTSD is. Now, right now, that's what I'm doing therapy for, is the PTSD from all that medical crap that happened. Oh, wow. I'm just glad I'm no longer nursing, because if I wanted to try some kind of CBD stuff for my, you know, pain, I could. When I was nursing, that was a try at your own risk, because if you pop you and it pops positive, you're out. I mean, it was to the point that if you went to a party and someone smoked around you, or you went to a concert and someone smoked around you, you might lose your license. We were told we couldn't even use the creams, anything. I mean, they were just crazy about it. And they give people such bad label, like, someone could really have a bad problem with pain, and they just get labeled as a drug seeker. Yeah, I do like that smell. Sometimes I'll burn sage just because I like the way it smells. And then I've also found that if burning the sage, it helps relax you. Yeah. Plus, it gets rid of any of the creepies that might be flying around. Telling you, I went and dug nothing up. Dug nothing up. Mm-mm. Sometimes I wonder, though, the cat will be staring at the ceiling, running around the house in circles, and I'm looking at her going, "What are you doing? What are you seeing?" It's like, kind of creeps me out when the cat's running around staring at the ceiling, acting like a fool. Makes me wonder. Yeah, and the full moon right now is, oh, excuse me, so nice. I just like to go out and sit, soak up all the moon energy. Yeah, I got little ones singing over there. Yeah, this one probably does too. This one probably does too. But they got rid of all of our spiritual stores. They ran them out of town, which I think is so wrong. I used to have a obsidian stone that I could actually hold in my hand and it would vibrate, which was really neat. Need to, when I walk up the hill, see if there's anything I want to pick up, anything that just calls my name. I'll pick it up. Yeah, I'm definitely empath. Definite empath. I didn't know Nick's practice. Does Nick's practice? And how do you sage yourself? That would be cool. I imagine I need lots of cleansing. Being an empath as a nurse was really rough because when you had a super depressed patient, or I mean, you could really feel it when you walked in the room. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Jenny, you're right. The name she chose, you're right there. Yeah, some of the Southern Baptist people down here are so, if you even have a triquarta on, you're a devil worshiper. I was like, that has nothing to do with that. Oh, that's so sad. Well, I did my code on my mother, which was even worse. And that's what one of the things my therapy is about, because that I just can't get it out of my head. If she'd been really sick, and then died, that'd be one thing. But to have the stomach flu and die is totally another. Yeah, that was rough. Ooh, that would be cute. Yeah, I mean, they just, like if you got a pentagram, they sit there and think it's evil. I'm like, it's not evil. No. Ouija boards? I don't want no Ouija board in my house. No, no, no. No Ouija boards. I mean, I'm very empathic and I'll have dreams sometimes that something happened and it will happen. And I usually know when something's going on with a kid or a grandkid. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you because that's the only reason why I did not buy that. I did not buy that because of that board. I was like, nope, I don't want no Ouija board of any kind. That was a definite no, 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 no. Don't like them things. You never know what you let in. Yeah, no, no, no. You're dabbling a little too deep right there. Now that would be nice. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Just like the bad day at the office, I'm gonna add like a glass and put like little crystal clear drills in it and like a green concoction. Yeah, I sit there and kind of had one of those. I sit there and I woke up and I called into work because I had a vision or a dream that I was going to get hurt that day. So I called into work, didn't go to work because what I did, I could get hurt. And then I had to go to the bank. And on my way to the bank, I wrecked my car and almost went in the river. So, yeah. Yeah, you're getting the bad day in the big version. I have it in the small version. Probably wish I had it in the bigger one, but I'm wanting to frame it, so I got to get something that I can manage to frame on. And I'm going to put a little glass on the arm of the chair because that is exactly how I looked and felt after a 12 and a half hour shift of working as a nurse. That was it. I mean, it was just, that was it. Can't wait till it comes in. It was one of the ones that got messed up that she was talking about that she had to redo the processing for it. So I figure it'll be here about, mid-April maybe. Maybe. I could usually tell who was going to pass. Like, would know. It was just would know. Would just know. More X's. 647. In fact, the girls I was working with were like, it's so weird because you know the ones that are really bad. And I was like, yeah, I just was like, we need to go. We need to go right now. But my stress level has gone down so much since I'm no longer working. My daughter informed me that I'm becoming a much nicer person. I was surprised my daughter still has a thing of my concoction on her counter. Papa home yet? Okay, well, you let me know. You stay in the yard then. They're going to go play outside. Oh, what's broken? How about taking the teeth out? Now, what's broken? What?
That door.
That door?
Yeah.
It's not broken. It's just locked. Yeah, my mom was an aide. I was an RN. I have one daughter that was an aide for a little while. Another one that was wanting to go into radiology, and she decided, nope, I don't want to do that. And so she works at the college. Yeah, they could see it all day long, but they don't want to believe it. They just don't want to believe it because it doesn't go with their religion. Well, guys, I'm going to have to hop off here because I'm going to have to make some grilled cheese sandwiches for these little munchkins.
Yay!
Yay! They've been waiting.
Yeah, I've been waiting good. I've been good the whole time. When I forgot about the grilled cheese.
Say bye.
Bye. Bye.
They said bye. I will see y'all later. I've gotten where it doesn't scare me as much anymore, just because, yeah, I got to feed the masses. I'm surprised they actually. I'm back. I got in the same one. They said bye, littles. I will see y'all later. Bye.